silanganan, alam ng puso, sa dibdib mo'y buhay, lupang hinirang, duyan ka ng magising, sa mangluluti, di ka pasisiil, sa dagat at bundok, sa simoy at sa langit mong bughaw, may dilat ang tula at awit sa paglayang minamahal, ang kislap ng watawat mo'y tagumpay na nagniningning, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magdidilim, lupa ng araw ng walang tigpasinda, buhay langit sa piling mo, aming ligaya na pagmay mang-aapit, ang mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing as we welcome to ring center, here to sing the national anthem of the United States of America, Miss Jasmine Villegas.
Oh, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we had at the twilight's last gleam? And bright stars through the pale moonlit sky, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streamed, and the rockets ran last, the bombs bursting through the night, that a flag was still there. Oh, save us that star-spangled banner yet waves. Oh, the land of the free, and the home of the brave.
The crowd chants for their man. Hail of the tape for David Diaz against Manny Pacquiao, and you see the 3-year age advantage for the Filipino star. A half-inch in height, 3.5 inches in arm length, measured from the armpit to the end of the fist. They weighed in within a half pound of the 135-pound limit, and tonight David Diaz has rehydrated up to 148, Manny Pacquiao as 147, so unofficially they enter the ring as welterweights after having weighed in at the lightweight limit. And it's one of those nights you wonder if the business which has been chosen here is in fact going to pan out. Already you've had 3 unusual events. The draw between Santiago and Luevano in a fight in which Luevano was heavily favored to win. Ty Field, a big favorite over Monty Barrett, gets crushed in less than a minute on knockout punches from Barrett. And then a huge favorite, Humberto Soto, gets disqualified. Rules of the bout with our unofficial ringside scorer, Harold Letterman.
The David Diaz-Manny Pacquiao fight is scheduled for 12 rounds using the Unified Rules of the Association of Boxing Commissioners. There is no 3 knockdown rule. Only the referee can stop the fight. In case it caused by an accidental headbutt, we go to the scorecards if the 4 rounds have been completed, and you cannot be saved by the bell in any round, including the 12th and final round. Jim!
And here comes Manny Pacquiao,
Yeah, Manny.
walking first because he's fighting for David Diaz's lightweight belt. And Emmanuel Stewart,
Then do I try?
it has appeared clear that Pacquiao's promoters were targeting David Diaz's belt as the easy one to get, to cherry-pick a belt in the lightweight division and set Pacquiao up for business here. It is reported that Pacquiao's promoter, Bob Arum, has been talking to another promoter, Golden Boy, about the possibility of a third fight against Juan Manuel Marquez. Pacquiao's own trainer, Freddie Roach, has openly, publicly said, I want to see him fight Ricky Hatton next at 140 pounds. You have to wonder if they paid enough attention to the fact that they have to fight David Diaz.
I think that's a good point. And also what's even more concerning to me is the effect it may have been on Pacquiao himself, because he's been in all of these big fights here in Las Vegas, and he was always fighting a big superstar Mexican fighter. And this is the first fight that I know where he's fighting this as a plain fight, even though he's a Mexican. It's more of a fighter from Chicago, and he doesn't have all of that excitement, the animosity that he used to have when he was coming in the ring against guys like Guerrero, Morales, and Marquez. And maybe he may be a little down emotionally overlooking Diaz himself.
On the other hand, after years of rumors that Pacquiao was distracted by his rock star life in the Philippines, his associations outside the ring, it is widely reported that he's more serious than ever, that he trained better than ever, that there's no more beer and barbecue and movie star hangouts as was the case before. Maybe that will show up in a great performance.
Well, we will know pretty soon. And also, if Diaz can take his punch, meaning Pacquiao's punch, and can apply pressure on him, it's going to be very interesting to see how this fight folds as we go into later round, if it gets to that.
12 years ago, everybody was speculating on how Zab Judah would do at the Olympic Games, and would he win a gold medal when he went to Atlanta as the United States Olympian. But Fernando Vargas, who's behind David Diaz's shoulder to the left, found as his teammate on that Olympic team, not Zab Judah, but David Diaz, who twice in 8 days beat the vastly more gifted Judah. Last year, he beat the vastly more gifted Eric Morales. David Diaz is no stranger to the big upset.
That's right. As a matter of fact, the big stars in the 96 Olympics were Fernando Vargas, Floyd Mayweather Jr., and Zab Judah. They was like guaranteed, no miss, can't miss type guys. And all of a sudden, you realize Zab had been beaten. You never hear too much about who beat him, but Zab Judah lost. And he lost again to the same guy. And he didn't get any notoriety compared to other guys, but always winning fights in a quiet manner.
When he first got a piece of the chance at this title 2 summers ago in Chicago, he was fighting a fighter named Armando Santa Cruz. By our lights, Santa Cruz won the first 9 rounds of the fight. Then Diaz caught him with an uppercut, suddenly turned the fight around and knocked Santa Cruz out. He is a young man of extraordinary grit and determination. Does he have the talent Manny Pacquiao does? No one does in this weight class.
No, you know, he doesn't have the speed neither of the other 3 great Mexican fighters that he's fought before. Marquez had better hand speed, as well as Barrera and Morales. But he's consistent and he's a pressure fighter in a slow manner, though. And he's going to have to be able to take a punch from Pacquiao. As he said, speed doesn't bother me. Used to fighting fast fighters. But punching power is something he said he may have to make an adjustment if he gets hurt.
Diaz says it's the Cubs here. They're going to win the World Series. Everything else is pointing Chicago's way. I'm not going to get in the way of any of that. I'm going to uphold the pattern of success. Let's go to ring announcer Michael Buffer for the official introduction.
Ladies and gentlemen, from the Mandalay Bay Resort and Casino of Las Vegas, Nevada, Bob Arum, Top Rank Incorporated, and MP Promotions proudly presents the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the WBC Lightweight Championship of the World. Brought to you in association with HBO Pay-Per-View and sponsored by Tecate, Cerveza with Attitude and Affliction. Sanctioned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission, Chairman John Bailey, Executive Director Keith Kaiser, WBC President Jose Suleiman, WBC Supervisor at ringside, Senator General Covid of Thailand. At ringside, the 3 judges, should this bout go the distance, scoring the contest are Gary Merritt, C.J. Ross, and Paul Smith. And inside the ring, working for the 33rd time in a world title bout, referee Vic Draculich. And now, for the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Fighting out of the blue corner, wearing white with red, officially weighing 134 1/2 pounds. His professional record, 46 victories, including 34 knockouts, with 3 defeats and 2 bouts even. From General Santos City, Philippines,
Woo!
the challenger,
Let's go!
3-time world champion, the current WBC super featherweight champion of the world, Manny Pacquiao. And fighting out of the red corner, wearing white with red and green, official weight 135 pounds, an outstanding professional record. This 1996 Olympian now has 34 victories, including 17 knockouts, with only 1 defeat and 1 draw. From the Windy City, Chicago, Illinois, presenting the reigning, defending WBC lightweight champion of the world, Dangerous David Diaz.
All right, gentlemen, this is for the WBC lightweight title. You received your instructions to dress you. Again, I want to caution you. Any punch below this point is going to be called low. Any punch below this point are going to be called low. That said, I want you to obey my commands, protect yourselves all the time. Touch the button now. Good luck to both of you. Good luck.
Clearly in the hearts of fans who love exciting boxing, Manny Pacquiao is #1 in the world. But his last couple of performances have shown the beginnings of some possible deterioration. Is he #1 pound for pound? He'll try to make a statement here. Emmanuel Stewart, if I were David Diaz, I would enter round 1 looking to ask Manny Pacquiao one significant question. Did you train to take body punches? Are you ready to get hit in the gut?
Well, I think that's what he should do, too. But, you know, looking at Manny, to me, I'm just amazed that this guy's fighting that for his 4th different weight division championship. And look at his body. I mean, usually when a smaller guy moves up to the division, you see a lot of fat or something like Duran. He looks perfect. Looks like he was born to be a lightweight.
A spectacular athlete from beginning to this point of his career. Never once has he looked out of place in any weight class in which he's fought. The body just keeps getting better and better. And already Diaz begins to hit him in the body with the punches that are aimed at asking how well Pacquiao is trained. And already Pacquiao shows distinct advantage that makes him so special.
But I was what Pacquiao sees the tight defense of Diaz. He was coming up there on the top, but he's trying to find a way to come up between his gloves. So took the signal with his left uppercut. He was just standing right there. He was very smart. He realized that he's not going to get it either into the head on top at the beginning.
David Diaz isn't a fast lightweight, but he's a strong lightweight. He's not easy to put away in a freeze, and Pacquiao can't expect for anything to happen quickly here.
Pacquiao is boxing tonight.
combinations by Pacquiao. Many of the punches being blocked, however, by Diaz's glove.
Yeah, but Pacquiao's boxing, usually the footwork, his movement, a lot different than I've ever saw him fight before. For the first time he's got somebody that's out there that he's faster than.
And you hear the adoration of the crowd. In reference to what he knew the crowd would be, Diaz said, in our Mexican heritage, we have a statement, Cocos pero locas. In other words, they may be smaller, but we're crazy enough to make our presence felt. Uppercut by Pacquiao, mixing his punches brilliantly.
Oh, yeah. It's over.
Diaz blocking ardently with his glove, but on the defensive before he finally breaks out with another attempted body shot.
Diaz is doing a pretty good job defensive, but he can't do too much offensive simply because he's not fast enough yet. Until Pacquiao slows down, it's going to be watching him to do the thing offensive.
And a smile and a nod from David Diaz to Pacquiao as if to say, yeah, I get it. I understand why you're so great.
Good boy. Okay. Deep breath. Okay, ready. Don't let him rough you up on the inside. Okay, I want you to use your feet and get out of there. All right, you
Get straight jab.
Right.
You got to jab your way in there with stiff jab, not a swinging jab, all right? And then you're ready to work. That's the most important thing to look at right now. Just relax.
I'm ready.
Diaz's trainer, Jimmy Strickland, is one of the true veteran cornermen of the sport. A cut man, a chief second, a guy who carried the stick bucket. Strickland has said, if David could beat Manny Pacquiao, I might retire. Diaz says, no way, I'm not going to let him. And you heard Freddie Roach very pleased with the way his fighter fought round one.
Oh!
Pacquiao 19 out of 91, Diaz only 9 out of 43. Again, the uppercut to the left hand from Pacquiao. Again, a body shot from Diaz. Momentarily drives Manny back. And speed advantage tremendously in Pacquiao's favor.
Yeah, Pacquiao's doing a beautiful job of boxing. Put his combinations together, getting in and out.
Good left hand by Diaz. Caught Pacquiao right between punches. Lands the left hand on the chin again. This one a more glancing blow. Pacquiao with a big left hand lead over the top. And another uppercut.
But he has not been landing. Those punches are not landing. Diaz is catching the punches for the most part.
Doing a good job with his tight guard. David Diaz. All those punches are blocked. And those.
And there he is.
David is willing to weather the storm, looking for his few chances here and there.
Yeah, Pacquiao's throwing a lot of punches, but I haven't saw that much land, you know. And I don't know if he's going to pick up his pace, but normally he moves around, like I said, rest, and then explodes. But he's consistently boxing this fight, which is good. But I don't know if he can keep that up throughout the whole fight.
Pacquiao trying to drag Diaz with speed. Catches him with a right to left there. Crowd looking for him to land something big. And Diaz cannot manage to block the right hand.
Oh!
Over the top by Pacquiao. Big left over the top by Diaz.
There we go!
Coming from the right eye of David Diaz. Already Pacquiao has brought blood from Diaz. 40 seconds still to go in a wildly active round two. his right hook.
Jim Strickland, the manager of Diaz, normally works in no fight as a cut man. So he got a chance to practice on his own fight at the end of this round.
He's a good one, Emmanuel.
It's a good cut man. One of the best in the business.
Strickland will go to work on Diaz. The cut is right on the bridge of his nose.
Sit up here, Jim. The head, it's up here. Don't worry about that. There's a little bit of hair on his nose.
Hey, I'm not
All right.
going to cross. Don't take them, shit.
All right. All right, let me
Roll that cut on the nose, you know, punch.
All right. Listen, the biggest problem is you're not throwing a nice power jab, and as a result, he's landing this big left hand over the top, right? Now, you got to step in behind a good, stiff power jab. And once you're in, you can't stand up straight or back out. Okay. You've got to keep your head in his chest. And you will be...
Here we see Pacquiao do something very unusual, beautiful combination. Right uppercut, then followed
Boom!
up between the arms. That may have possibly caused the cut on the nose.
Well, you've done cuts, Emmanuel. Tell us about the difficulty of a cut right on the bridge of the nose.
Bridge of the nose is very difficult. It's not serious. It doesn't bleed too much. You know, adrenaline chloride and thrombin and the regular stuff would usually get it to coagulate. It doesn't bleed too much.
Even though there was no knockdown, Harold led him in fourth and second round, a 10-8 round for Pacquiao, who had a landslide in power punches, landing 34 of 83 to only 7 of 25 for Diaz. A wildly active Pacquiao threw 114 punches in the second round. David Diaz won't just go away.
Pacquiao's speed is just right. It just stays just too much, and that's the best good of the fight. Not only is he boxing, but he's doing a variety of things. He's jabbing, he's doing right hooks, right uppercuts, left hands over top. He's doing so many different things.
He looks spectacular, and he's doing it against the southpaw after not having caught one for a year. Big right hook by Pacquiao. Another big right hook right on the button by Pacquiao. David Diaz has a stern chin, and he's taking these punches pretty well.
Well, it's going to be put to the test tonight, but Pacquiao's hitting the punches. I mean, consistently with both hands. David's speed is just too low right now.
What David needs to do is to go plant his head on Manny Pacquiao's chest and not move away.
Yeah, but he's gets too slow.
Two good body shots for Diaz. And a third for good measure. Pacquiao again with that right hook, right uppercut combination. Tremendous work with the right hand by Pacquiao. Hooking and uppercutting just the same way we saw Andre Berto do it with his backhand last week. Pacquiao doing it with his lead hand. The speed and skill of Manny Pacquiao is amazing to behold.
It's going to listen to him throwing a right hook and all these type of punches that he normally can't throw in the standard right-hand fighter. So he's fighting the left-hand fighter so he can do everything.
Well, remember when Pacquiao was great, even as a totally predictable jab, left-hand fighter? Now he's added all this variety to his game, still with the same physical talent. The courage of David Diaz is one of the key measures to making the fight watchable so far. He's too brave to just go away amid the onslaught from Pacquiao. Diaz mostly blocking that right hook. Pacquiao gets to his body. Just missed with what would have been a big left-hand connect in Pacquiao. Two body shots from Diaz, and a third one as the round comes to a close. Manny Pacquiao's won all these rounds, but Diaz is